Current market volatility and pending long-term care. I mean, we're talking national crisis.
I mean, here's the deal. In 20 years, the age 85 population is going to triple. Think about that for a minute. Triple.
Okay.
So when you think about that and you think about the financial stress that is going to cause families, that it's going to cause the government, look at the crisis that is right at our doorstep, and people are, it's like they don't get it. It's like they think, I feel pretty good, you know, I don't need to worry about that. That's not the case. You need to start planning right now. It's why we're doing these workshops.
Yeah. Planning
the way your affairs are going to be handled when a crisis lands in your lap is very, very important.
But the one word in there, you know, what we were talking about there, volatility. How do you plan for, because we've all seen it in not too many years around us, up and down and back and forth, and it's been volatile. I mean, I'm no expert, but that looks like the future too.
So you recognize it and you address the problem. What's the problem? You're getting older with the same mentality financially that you had when you were 35 or 40 years old. A swing in the market of 20 or 30%, you're still working. You got 25, 30 years to work. You're not worried about it.
Yeah.
When you're 60, 50, 55, 65 years old, you can't afford for a decade recovery. Because what's going to happen if something happened to you physically that puts you in a care crisis? You're not only going to have a high cost of care, you're drawing your excess revenue out of your investments, and they're fluctuating wildly. Go to the last 20 years. The scale on the market looks like a roller coaster, right? So here we are.
I haven't seen healthcare do that, though. It does this.
That's right. So here we are in the market. We're 3 years past a correction right now. It's my opinion, but when you look at the analytical data, I mean, we're way overpriced for what we have to offer. And then you start looking at the volume of shares traded daily. It's unbelievable. 10 billion, 9 billion, 11 billion shares traded daily. And it's what I tell people. There's no human factor in the market management right now. It is being controlled by computers with algorithms that are being told to buy and sell and trade. And when you eliminate that human element, when analysis people, they can't predict because they don't know human behavior. You got millions of people with smartphones that are sitting at Starbucks drinking an $8 latte, watching the TV, making a decision with their online account based off current events and emotions. You can't predict that behavior. I'm not willing to risk my life savings for that. And if you don't think it's a crisis, just tack on a $250, $285 a day long-term care bill, and you'll get it. And that's where I think we should be more conservative. And I'm not saying we sacrifice growth. You can be more conservative and accumulate more money that you're going to need, and you can eliminate your risk, and you can eliminate a lot of the anxiety. That's all I'm saying, with a comparable result.
You may not be a big winner being conservative, but you also won't be a big loser that way.
And you could be a consistent winner.
Which is a winner.
When you think about it, you know, I'd rather keep my money intact and grow it and compound it than to have it up here one day, down here the next, up here the next, down there, and I don't know where I'm at, and then I have a stroke. Because of that, probably.
Well, you can.
Right?
Sure. That kind of stress and tension, yes.
What causes financial stress? The loss of money, right?
Yeah.
Now, I guess lottery winners could say, yeah, I got all this money. Now I'm all freaked out.
Yeah.
But when you lose money and you're an older age, it's not very happy in the home. I mean,
you don't have the recovery time, as you were saying right toward the beginning.
And
if I'm 30, I've got a lot more recovery time than
now. That's all I'm saying. And you know, I had some people in this morning. They are faced over the weekend. Now, mother is in care at $285 a day. How do you pay for that? That's almost $9,000 a month right here in Springfield, Missouri. That's what you're faced with. And now they've got these resources to draw from. Now, how long is your money going to last drawing it down $9,000 a month overnight?
All right.
That's all I'm saying. It's
Fine.
a crisis we need to address.
If you have